Welcome back to our channel, everyone. Wishing everyone a day filled with the grace of Christ. We hope you enjoy this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel to stay updated with the latest information. Join us on this journey and listen to this video until the very end. On August 23, 2024, the Blessed Virgin Mary conveyed a powerful and urgent message to humanity through the seer Luz de Maria. This prophetic message warns of global catastrophes that are swiftly approaching and calls on humanity to act immediately in order to survive the tribulations that lie ahead. In this message, Mary expresses her deep concern for humanity, urging us to prepare both spiritually and physically for the challenges to come. Her words speak not only of physical plagues and disasters, but also address the spiritual sickness of our time, the rejection of God. This article aims to unpack the core elements of Mary's message, highlighting the steps we must take to safeguard ourselves and our loved ones in these trying times. It will explore the natural remedies provided by heaven, the importance of spiritual purification, and the various global events that Mary predicts will unfold. Ultimately, this is a call to faith, devotion, and preparation as we stand on the brink of unprecedented trials. In her message, Mary foresees devastating events that will sweep across the globe, affecting every corner of the earth. She speaks of plagues and diseases that will ravage humanity, spreading at a rapid pace and leaving destruction in their wake. These are not ordinary illnesses, but divine purifications meant to cleanse the world of sin and bring people back to God. It is important to note, however, that these trials are not punishments, but rather opportunities for humanity to return to faith and seek God's mercy. Among the most serious of these impending disasters are the natural calamities that will strike various nations. Mary warns of violent earthquakes in the United States, Mexico, Chile, and the Antilles. She also predicts bloodshed in South America, France, and Spain, as well as the spread of communism across certain regions. Furthermore, wars will break out in several countries, with Italy, England, Russia, and Ukraine bearing the brunt of these conflicts. Italy, in particular, will be targeted by the Antichrist, and the suffering in Ukraine will continue to worsen as the conflict between nations escalates. These predictions, while dire, are not meant to cause fear, but to awaken us to the reality of what is coming. Mary implores us to prepare now, while there is still time. We must not wait until these events are upon us, as it will be too late to act. Her message is a clarion call to take the necessary steps, both spiritually and physically, to endure the trials ahead. While the physical plagues and disasters foreseen by Mary are indeed terrifying, she makes it clear that the greatest illness afflicting humanity is the rejection of God. In her message, Mary laments that so many people have turned away from God, choosing instead to live their lives without faith or love for Him. This spiritual illness, she says, is far more dangerous than any physical disease, for it leads to eternal separation from God. Mary calls on humanity to recognize the severity of this spiritual ailment and to seek reconciliation with Jesus Christ. She urges us to purify ourselves through confession, repentance, and a renewed commitment to living according to God's will. In her words, the worst illness is the rejection of God in the life of every human being. It is this rejection that has brought about the purification of the world, and only by returning to God can we hope to find salvation. This call to spiritual purification is not just for individuals, but for entire communities and nations. Mary asks us to align our lives with the teachings of Jesus, as expressed in the commandments, sacraments, and works of mercy. She reminds us that we have been given the tools to fight the spiritual sickness that has taken hold of the world, but we must choose to use them. Now more than ever, we must embrace our faith and live in accordance with God's plan. In addition to the spiritual guidance Mary offers, she also provides practical advice for surviving the physical plagues and diseases that are to come. She reveals that God has already provided humanity with the natural remedies needed to combat these illnesses, and it is up to us to use them. These remedies include oils and plants that have been divinely blessed and are capable of healing the diseases that will soon spread across the globe. Some of the key remedies mentioned by Mary include Good Samaritan oil, calendula, moringa, St. Michael's oil, and St. Joseph's oil. Additionally, blessed grapes are highlighted as an important food source that can sustain and nourish during times of scarcity. These natural elements provided by the Father's house are gifts from heaven meant to protect and heal God's children during the difficult times ahead. However, Mary also stresses the importance of faith when using these remedies. She explains that it is not enough to simply apply these oils and consume these plants. We must do so with faith and trust in God's healing power. Mary encourages us to pray fervently when using these remedies, for it is through faith that their full potential will be realized. She reminds us that, just as Jesus said that faith could move mountains, it is our faith that will enable these natural remedies to heal and protect us in the days to come. For those who may struggle to find these plants or oils, Mary advises seeking out the primary ingredients and using them with complete faith in God's providence. She assures us that if we ask Jesus with sincere faith to heal us, He will answer our prayers. Mary's message also includes a call to pray for specific nations that will face great suffering in the near future. She warns that the United States will experience violent earthquakes and war, while Mexico will suffer from a major earthquake. Chile, too, will be struck by a powerful earthquake, causing widespread devastation. Mary further predicts that blood will be shed in the Antilles due to both an earthquake and other violent events. South America, she says, will face a number of crises, including the rise of communism and a devastating tsunami. In Europe, France will see bloodshed as a result of its grave offenses against God, while Spain will be invaded from within. England and Italy will both suffer from war, with Italy being a key target for the Antichrist. Even Russia, already embroiled in conflict, will face further suffering. One of the most heartbreaking predictions in Mary's message is the ongoing suffering of the people of Ukraine. She expresses deep sorrow for the innocent lives lost in Ukraine and Russia due to the conflict between these nations, and she calls for prayers to help end the violence. Mary emphasizes the power of prayer in mitigating these disasters. She urges the faithful to pray not only with words but with their hearts and actions as well. We are called to be burning candles of prayer, continually interceding for the nations that are about to face tremendous hardship. Through prayer, we can unite with Mary and Jesus in their mission to save souls and bring peace to a troubled world. As we reflect on Mary's message, it becomes clear that time is of the essence. The world is on the brink of great tribulation, and we must act now to prepare ourselves for what is to come. This preparation must be both spiritual and physical, as the trials ahead will test not only our bodies but our souls as well. On a spiritual level, Mary calls us to purify ourselves through repentance and reconciliation with Jesus Christ. We must renew our commitment to living according to God's will, embracing the commandments and sacraments as the foundation of our lives. Prayer must become a central part of our daily routine, and we must intercede for the nations and individuals who will face the greatest suffering. On a physical level, we must make use of the natural remedies that God has provided to protect ourselves and our families from the plagues and diseases that are coming. By gathering these oils, plants, and other supplies now, we can ensure that we are prepared to face the physical challenges ahead. However, it is important to remember that these remedies must be used with faith, for it is through faith that God's healing power will be made manifest. In closing, Mary's message is a powerful reminder of the urgency of our situation. The world is about to face a time of great purification, and we must be prepared to endure the trials that lie ahead. However, Mary also offers us hope. She reminds us that God's mercy is infinite, and through faith, prayer, and devotion, we can find protection and salvation even in the darkest of times. This is a call to return to God, to trust in His divine plan, and to prepare ourselves spiritually and physically for the challenges that are coming. The time to act is now. May we heed Mary's words and place our trust in God's mercy as we navigate the trials that lie ahead. Through faith, prayer, and preparation, we can find the strength to endure and the hope of salvation. Let us unite in prayer, seeking the protection of the Blessed Virgin Mary and the healing power of God as we face the tribulations to come. Thank you for being part of this journey. Your presence and engagement make this exploration meaningful and impactful. Until next time, may you find inspiration and hope in the shared stories of our human experience.